Hello everyone and welcome into this Section 5 broadcast between the Victor Blue Devils and the Fairport Red Raiders. Today we have a beautiful matchup on this Thursday night in mid-September between the Blue Devils and the Red Raiders. The Blue Devils come into today's game with a 1-3 record, 1-2 in league play, and Fairport comes in with a 3-1-1 record. This will be their first matchup of two here in Victor. Victor coming off an exciting, thrilling double overtime win over Penfield on Tuesday night. Fairport taking care of business in their last contest, but also with a double OT win over Penfield earlier on this season. And we'll bring you in live as we're just seconds from kickoff. It'll be Austin Stephanie kicking off for the Red Raiders to start today's match. You're welcome. As we get settled here, officials take their spots. And we're off. Stephanie back to Van Aert, two of the leaders of this team. Stephanie just a junior, Van Aert a senior, and Victor promising attack early with Elijah Meany, the ball in the middle of the field. Michael Rickey out over to Sammy Tripp on the right side. He'll take a couple dribbles, plays it out to Colin Colleen, centering pass, and Mitchell Schellberg just misses. Trevor Jacobs there on the backup. But promising attack there early from the Blue Devils as they come out with a lot of energy and the bench is loving it. Throwing goes to Amini and it will go back out for another Victor throw. Captain Andrew Leone will be center defense for the Blue Devils today. He's really their leader, most vocal part to this Blue Devils team. And Colhane tries a shot from outside the 18, but that'll sky over. Be a Red Raider goal kick. Goalkeeper AJ Nelson will take this one. He's one of the premier goaltenders in Section 5. Really, this Fairport team really runs through him. Captain on this squad as well. Goes. Liam McVie controls it. And Schellberg slips on his run. Charles Ipiolito defense for the Red Raiders, and McVie will take the throw as Victor yet again in the attacking third. Fight forward, and Tyler Burton's able to come out with it, but it'll go out of bounds just over midfield for another Victor throw-in. Their fourth early on. Jackson, tuck in more. What do we have? That's not your Sophomore Reed Strassner controls it, but Fairport's attacking dangerously as Issa Khalid gets the ball in the corner and makes a move against Strassner. And that'll go out for a goal kick. Khalid not happy with that call, but the Blue Devils will take it as it looked like the Red Raiders had something brewing there. Players will retreat to midfield as Hammond will give this one a boot. You hear Coach Teasdale telling him to serve the ball next time. Piolito on that one again. Boots it out of bounds, and McVie will take his third throw of the game. Plays it back to Elijah. Centers it back to Strassner, who's pressured hard by Stephanie. Good move by Strassner. Mathis steals it, and Fairport is attacking as Strassner dribbles it to the corner, centers it, and a diving save by Carson Hammond. His first of the game. We're going to be seeing that a lot tonight as Carson Hammond, another lockdown goalkeeper in Section 5. Looked like Jackson Du Bois tried to chest that one in. Hammond came up with the diving save. Great punt by Hammond up to Schellberg. He'll bring it up the left side, try to keep it in bounds. Trevor Jacobs looks like he'll take this throw. Or I'll hand it off to McVie as Victor's on the left side of the attacking third. Throw goes over Shelberg's head. Ricky with a shot. He uses the left, but it's just a little outside. A nice try early on from Ricky as he gives a smirk over here. But promising a couple shots early on for the Blue Devils. It's really what you want to see. Owen Tripp with a great play. Mitchell centers it into Trevor Jacobs off the crossbar. How did that one not go in? Wow. What a shot early on from Trevor Jacobs, but it goes off the crossbar. Can't spin it in, and the Raiders dodge a bullet early on. Wow.
Hey, White, let's go. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Clean it up, please. Clean it up.
Fairport looks like they're sleepwalking a little as we start this game. Maybe that'll be the wake-up call to get them going. Fairport will gain control again. Ball in the box. And Victor able to prevent the attack from Fairport. Alex Gredja controls it up to Jackson Du Bois, who makes a move past Ricky, and Burton boots it to the corner, but a little too far as Ricky's there on the defense, and it'll be another goal kick for Hammond. As we see Zachary Buys jogging up the court. Really another one of the stars on this Fairport squad that they love to run their action through. And the header, Colin Cooper jumps up for it, but Burton wins it. And Ryan plays one up, but Stephanie not able to get there in time. Coach sparks a joke at him. Colin misses another header, but Jacobs is there, and it's going to be a foul on Charlie Ippolito as he tried to jump over Trevor, but Trevor had the inside positioning, and Dewey Leone will step up and take this one. Andrew Leone is the premier free kick taker on this Blue Devils squad as he'll try to play a ball across. Get an assist here as somebody, maybe a header, and it's a good ball. A little too far as Nelson's there on the save. His second of the game. And looks like the ref's going to give Michael Ricky a warning. Don't know what that was about. He does not look too happy. Maybe a little unnecessary bump. Ricky likes to get into the game sometimes and let the emotions get the best of him, but just a little something there. And Mathis with a nice header over to Khalid on the sideline, and Khalid will play it to the corner on Khalid, but takes a touch too far, and that one will go out of bounds. McVie with the defense. Another goal kick for the Blue Devils. We mentioned Victor with the highlight of their season on Tuesday night in that thrilling double overtime over Penfield. It was Elijah Imani with the free kick. In sudden death, they gave the Blue Devils their first W of the year, and they'll try to add on to it today with another one. Jacobs back to Imani. He'll play with it a little bit. Plays it back to McVie. Plays it to the middle, but right to Burton. He controls it. Ball goes to Mathis in the middle. Looked like he tried to play Khalid to the corner, but might have missed a little bit. Ippolito on the defense, and the ball settled finally. No, it's not. Mathis. Ball from Stephanie to Mathis. Down to Jackson Du Bois in the corner. He's got a shot. Oh, I think Carson Hammond did get a hand on it, and indeed he did. Another great save from Hammond, his second diving save early on in the contest. And looks like Mathis will take the goal kick for the Red Raiders, their first of the contest.
15-13! 15-13, and 3!
Fairport will start a bunch of guys more towards the 18, try to make a run in. Ball's played in rather low. Off Strassner, almost an own goal there, but Strassner able to knock it out of bounds, and Mathis will do it again. Coach Christopher Weiss telling Trevor Jacobs to get more central. Looks like they might be missing a couple marks. Mathis, this one way too high, but played into Khalid. He'll play it over to Ippolito, but Ippolito will sky it over the net, but a nice pass there to Ippolito, but was not able to connect. Yet another goal kick early on. We're about 10 minutes into this one. Score is still 0-0. Victor with no shots on net, although a couple dangerous attacks. Fairport with a couple shots on net themselves. A couple saves for Carson Hammond, and the ball trickled down to goalkeeper AJ Nelson. Looks like he'll give it a boot. And Kubrich, another attempt at a header, does not go successful, and ball goes up to Elijah Imani, number 10 in the midfield. Elijah, one of the more aggressive players on Victor, with already 3 yellow cards in the season. But he's back this game, and after that game winner, he's looking for more. Oh, looked like it might have been a clean tackle by Khalid, but the official said otherwise, and Khalid's got some words for him as Amani hit the deck. It looks like he'll also be the one taking the free kick. Victor will plant a bunch of players right outside the 18. As Amani will try to play a ball in. And it's a great ball, a little too far outside. Header goes to Trevor, who tries a shot, but got on top of it a little bit. Ground ball just to the left of the goal. But a lot of action early on. So far as we've seen, 3 or 4 goal kicks already by each side. Nelson will take this one. Lays it over, got past Mathis to Khalid, and it's Strassner breaking in on him. And Hammond looks like we'll have another goal kick as Khalid dribbled it a little too far outside his body and went out on the baseline there. A little colder than usual on this September night, as we see some long sleeves under the players' jerseys. And Mathis with a great header. Looked like could have been a hand on Colhane, but Stephanie wins it out to left. Tripp and Ricky containing him. Burton went for the through ball, looked like to Stephanie, but broken up by Ricky. And Burton, a little too far for Mathis. And Victor steals it away, and Amani looks like he plays a through ball to Tripp, but a little too far as AJ Nelson's there. So far, we haven't seen much from Zachary Baez. Don't know if it's been Victor trying to neutralize him or if the ball stayed on the other side of the field, but he's usually who Fairport likes to run through. Ball goes to the boys. Just as I say that, Baez gets the ball, cuts back, plays it to Mathis, outside to Khalid. Gets past McGee. Jacobs from behind. Khalid wanted a foul, but he's not going to get it. Ball goes to Hammond. Stephanie and Hammond having a little bit of a stare down here. As Hammond tries to get his defense and midfielder set. Great ball to Elijah, but he misses the touch, and Schelberg does as well. Played up by Ippolito. Back to McVie. Schelberg heads it outside. Right to Elijah. Elijah plays it back for McVee, excuse me. Back to Elijah. Great pass in the middle to Colin Kubrich, another captain on this Victor team, but a little too far for Elijah as he plays it out of bounds. And looks like we're going to have a stoppage of play for a sub. Number 16, Gabriel White, coming in for Fairport. He'll take out Khalid, and Blendy Piccoli will make his first appearance of the game. See who he subs out for. Doesn't look like they're going to give him the stoppage. He'll have to wait another one. Colin Kubrich makes a run, plays it to Schellberg. Trevor Jacobs runs through it. But Evan Pakur able to get there. And Amini finally settles it on that left sideline. Takes a couple dribbles, splits two defenders, brings it down to the sideline. Looks like he's going to try a cross. Schellberg fighting for it with a couple Red Raider defenders, and Kubrich and Du Bois now going at it. Du Bois wins it, plays it up to Stephanie. Looks like he got tripped up, and it's going to be a foul on Leone. Not a lot of contact there, but enough for a call against this center back. And Zachary Buys will take this one. It's Fairport pressing up now. See what Buys tries to do here is plays one low, and Leone able to get a foot on it, but DeBuys, nice play there, realizing no one going to the ball. Looks like he went for the cross there. Not sure if someone got a foot on it, but looks like it'll go out, and Piccoli will now sub in for midfielder Colin Colhane. It'll be a Victor throw. Ricky will take it sort of towards the corner of the Fairport side. Kubrich steps to the ball, able to win it, but Buys takes it from him. Over to White. Dewey will boot it up on the ground as Schellberg leaves it for Trevor. Sammy Tripp making a run. Looked like he tried to find Schellberg there, but intercepted by Pakur. And Burton will gain control as Sammy and him are going for it. Ooh, and a call against Sammy Tripp, as Tyler Burton able to draw the foul. Looked like two guys just going at it, clean soccer, but looks otherwise. And Van Aert quickly on the kick there. And they'll send it back as looked like Van Aert took it a little too quick for the officials' liking. It'll be Alex Grudja this time. Try number 2. Plays the ball high into the box. Stephanie going for it, but Strassner able to get a head on it. Right to Blendy. Plays it to Jacobs. Plays it back to McVee. Over to Colin with Mathis pressuring. And Mathis able to give it to Stephanie. He'll fire a shot. And a great save from Carson Hammond. Another diving save, stretching out to his right. He made that one look easy for his 4th save of the day. Hammond plays it up. Blendy tries to get a touch, but Burton able to beat him to it. Right to Leone. Back to Kubrich. Schellberg controls it. Play one down the side. Right off. Looked like what it could have been Sammy Tripp's elbow. Down the right baseline. And it looks like he dribbled a little too far. Maybe one touch too many as that ball will go out for a goal kick, and Nelson will take it again. But first we have a sub, Drew Aparo.
Subbing in for Victor, number 15, Andrew Aparo.
Takes out Sammy Tripp, who just made the run. Nelson over to Van Aert, who heads it up. Leone controls it, but just plays it outside, and that'll be a Fairport throw. Mathis will take this one. Right to Stephanie. Back tried to play it back to Mathis. Not on the same page there. I'll go out of bounds, and McVie looks to put it in quickly. And Jacobs wins it, plays it over the top to Shellberg, making a run. Piccoli also with him. Shellberg plays it over, but nobody in the middle. Right across the 6, Aparo tracks it down. A great ball there from Shellberg, or from Jacobs, excuse me, but nobody there. And Blendy with a cool-looking kick, but nothing comes of it. That ball goes out. We'll approach halfway here in the first half. Still 0-0, but definitely a couple chances for each team. The best of chances was Trevor Jacobs' shot off the crossbar. It looked like for sure he was going to score. Stephanie triple teamed. He'll play it back. And Bai's a little frustrated at Byrne for not coming to the ball there.
Guys! Zach! Knock it off! Or you're coming out!
Coach Teasdale not happy with his captain Bais early on, as he's sort of been getting dominated on that side. Ball goes back to Strassner.
Hey! Knock it off or you're coming out of the game. You got it? Stop blaming everybody else when you make a mistake. That should have been a big ball first time. Come on, let's go. You understand?
Bai's not a captain, but one of the leaders of this team, and him and his coach not getting along early on. Stephanie plays it low for Bais. Dewey there, though. Meets him, and great play from Leone sprinting over. Coach Fitch wanted it off Bais, but looks like it'll stay with the Red Raiders. They'll throw it back in. White to Stephanie. Puts it into Mathis. And Mitch able to body him with the header. Mathis a little slow to get up. And Victor attacking as Aparo plays it up to Trevor. He's along the sideline now. Amani calling for it, but Trevor boots it up, and Ippolito there on the defense. Oh, and Mathis and Strassner collide, and looks like that one will go against Mathis. Knocks Strassner right over, but a little too aggressive on the hit. And Leone will take this free kick. No, he won't. Hammond will step up as the team presses up. Colin Colhane checking back into the game for the Blue Devils. Not yet, though. We'll have to wait. Hammond boots it up. Header from Pakur plays it back. Amani pressuring Ippolito, and maybe a foul against Ippolito, it looks like. Hard to see what the ref's call was. And it's a Colin for Colin exchange as Colhane enters for Kubrich. So he'll make his way over to the Victor sideline. Pretty good crowd here on this Thursday night. A little bit of a student section, but lots of events going on campus tonight between football, volleyball, and obviously the soccer game. Amani, a nice couple of moves along the baseline, but cleared by Ippolito. The boys back to Pakur, but Elijah back, able to get it again. He's been all over the field so far today on that left middle side, and a ball up to the boys, who takes a dribble past Leone, but way too far as it's controlled by Hammond. The Victor reserves trying to keep themselves warm as a chilly night. They're doing a lot of standing around, but trying to stay warm. A great boot from Hammond, and Bundy looks like he jumped on top of his own players, as well as Van Aert. And White pressured by Aparo. Blendy able to get it to Trevor Jacobs. He'll go up the middle, and a lot of contact, but no call. And here it is, and a little extra something on top of it from Burton. Looks like they'll call on the captain Leone to take another one. We got 2 balls on the field, not sure why. And one is played to the side. Tripp and Khalid back in. Tripp for the Blue Devils, Khalid for the Red Raiders, but we'll wait, do this free kick first. It's a great ball by Leone. It looked like Ricky was able to get in there as Nelson jumped up for it. Looked like Ricky got caught under him, and no call. We're going to have subs instead as Kubrich comes back to midfield to sub in, and Picolian looked like it was going to be Shelberg, but it's Elijah Amani out of the game, and the boys will take his first break of the game.
Number 4, Sam Tripp, and number 5, Colin Kubrick.
And we'll have a corner. McVie, last time he took a corner kick, put it right to Strassner, who was able to put it in for their second goal of the game, and Tripp absolutely lays out Nelson, who struggles to get up. Fairport coaching staff not happy with, first it was Ricky, then it was Tripp who went up, contested Nelson in the air, and he ended up getting knocked down both times. That one's called. We'll pull out his book and write that one down. And Pezzameni making his first appearance of today's game.
Coming in for Victor, Dante Pezzamenti.
Tripp comes out, but I think Tripp got a yellow there, so he had to come out. Looks like he'll check right back in, though. First card of the year for Sammy Tripp, the sophomore. And it's a goal kick taken by Gredja. Colhane able to get first touch on it. Shelberg in the middle. Mathis plays it to Stephanie. He'll play it to Khalid, but McVie intercepts back to Khalid, though, and he'll take it up the right sideline. He's got White in the middle. Oh, and he goes right around McVie. McVie trying to get back. Plays it. Ricky there. Burton right to Carson Hammond. Oh, Burton was right in the middle between the 18 and the 6, but not able to put it anywhere out of the outstretched arms of Hammond. His step ball was right at his chest. Would have had to dodge that one not to save it. Lorenzo Amadea will also check in next stoppage. A ball from Khalid to Mathis up the sideline. See what he tries to do here. Tries to go at Kubrich. Plays one. Look like White and Stephanie were going for it, and they'll be awarded a corner. See if Victor can get their subs in. Looks like we're going to have to wait till after the corner.
Let's go, Carson!
And Issa Khalid will be on the corner. Plays it with the left. Little short. Strassner heads it over the goal. Oh, my fault. That was Zachary Buys on the corner, and he'll do it again as Strassner not able to keep it in play. Look to get a little more height on this one. Last one was more of a line drive. Plays it right in the middle, and Gredja got a foot on it, but no shot on goal. Right up to Pezzameni. He's got a one-on-one, and a great play there from Evan Pacer, the senior defender. A lot of trust in him back there as the junior Dante Pezzameni. Had a one-on-one, but it was a great clean tackle by Pakur. And Stephanie able to get it to Buys. Plays it on the outside, back to the middle to Mathis. Goes to Burton. He'll fire a shot. Hammond with the diving save and a little extra dive to make sure nobody came in for the rebound. Fairport seems to be applying a lot more pressure than they were in the first 10 or 15 minutes, and Carson will set it down, give it a boot up to Trevor Jacobs, who runs over Evan Pacer, gives him a nice little shove, and that one's going to be called. That'll be a free kick. Looks like Gredja will take it. Gredja plays it up. And 3 Victor defenders converge on it. McVie able to corral it. Oh, and Jacobs jumps at Gredja into the middle to Burson. He'll play it outside. Looked like White had a lot of room, but Ricky enclosing him, and down to Mathis in the corner with Ricky approaching to White. Tries to get it back to Mathis. To the middle. Foot by Kubrich, and Strassner are able to boot it away right to Pezzameni. A little too aggressive on the touch. And Fairport really trying to attack the corners over the last 5 or 10 minutes. Whether it's Mathis, White, seen a lot of Stephanie, Khalid, even a little Buys. It's been a lot of guys for them. They seem to keep this ball in their offensive third, and Victor will try to get a couple of their starters, Sammy Tripp and Elijah Amini, back on the field, and as well Lorenzo Amadeo, who started. It'll be a Pero, Pezzameni, and McVie exiting. Ricky will slide over the left side. He'll take this throw. We approach 10 minutes to go in the first half. Still 0-0. But an exciting game nonetheless. Throw controlled by Khalid. And Jacobs able to take it away from him momentarily, but Khalid wins it back. And Schellberg pressuring Ippolito. A great play there from Pakur. Gets it to Mathis. Mathis, Leone converging on it. Won by Stephanie. Great ball. And a goal from Daniel Van Aert. What a tackle it was by Stephanie. Plays the through ball to Daniel Van Aert, and nobody home there for the Blue Devils. As Fairport goes up 1-0. Daniel Van Aert, number 13. Austin Stephanie, number 11. The goal from Van Aert, assist from Stephanie, and Stephanie checks off. He's fired up. Van Aert signals to the sideline for a sub, but Fairport will go up 1-0. They were attacking. You knew they were doing. It was Van Aert who found the back of the net.
Daniel Van Aert, assisted by number 11, Austin Stephanie.
Really nothing Hammond could do about that one. As it was a sort of a PK almost, even closer for Van Aert. And Carson just not able to get there in time as Burton out of bounds, goes for DeVise. Ball up the sideline to Schellberg. Buys plays it up to White, to Burton, over to Khalid. Khalid with the ball now, pressuring up the middle. See what looks like he's going to look for a shot outside the 18, and a little bit of a whiff there. Skies it to the right. It'll be another goal kick for Hammond.
Entering in for Fairport, number 9, Jackson DuBois.
Jackson DuBois back in the game. Senior Micah Bajis will make his first appearance of the game. Next stoppage. Tripp on the ball. Over to Colhane. Plays it to Trevor in the middle with some space. Over to Amini. He'll go back. 2 guys converge on him. Back to Colin Kubrich in the middle. Plays it out for Jacobs. Pakur almost got it, but not able to be there. And headed away at first by Buys, and then slipped was Sammy Tripp. Colin Colhane tried to play it back in unsuccessfully. And DuBois running through Blue Devils, and they'll finally get him for a foul as he was running full speed. Didn't matter who was in his way. Leone will take yet another free kick. And Ricky looked like he was a little shaken up, but refusing to come out of the game. One of the many tough players on this Blue Devils squad. Leone plays it in, headed away. Looked like it was
You gotta win that one for us. That's the ball you gotta get.
looked like it was Ippolito on the header.
Good boys.
And the sub is gonna be Bejas for Ricky.
Coming in for Victor, number 6, Micaiah Bejas.
Ricky, who played all 100 minutes of that double OT thriller the other night, is going to check out for the first time in tonight's contest. And White plays it out of bounds right along the right sideline. Amadeo throws it in quickly, up ahead to Tripp. Able to gain control momentarily. Owen. Looks like Pacur whiffed a little bit there, but Mathis, a long ball booted up there. Van Aert, after the quick sub, will come right back in. Only about 2 or 3 minutes off the field for him. Trying to get the sub. Don't know if the officials can hear them. Looks like that would be a negative. Grudja on the kick, up into the box. Leone boots it away. Nice play there from the veteran senior. Leader on and off the field for this Blue Devils team. Really one of the guys trying to improve the Blue Devils team chemistry. And Greta gets it. Schelberg pressing him. Greta able to body him and keep him away from the ball, but out of bounds it goes. Throw in for the Blue Devils. Played to Jacobs.
Pressure the ball, Tyler.
Looked like Lorenzo had it for a second. Du Bois back to Mathis. Plays a long ball for Khalid, but way too far as Hammond there to stop yet again another Fairport attack. And Carson will take all the space they give him before Du Bois makes a run at him. And Ippolito with a nice play. Ball goes up to White. He looks like tries to cut it back against Amadeo, but great defense there. And Colin Coyne, the senior, boots it away. Burton, nice tackle from Amini on Burton. Looks like the ref maybe advantage. Carson sort of whiffs on the save. Mathis able to chip it up over his head for Fairport's second goal of the contest with just under 5 minutes to go. A little misplay from the goalkeeper Hammond, and Mathis able to capitalize as he chipped it, got some backspin on it, and Fairport, yeah. I don't think so. Looked like that goal was unassisted from Mathis, and White subs out as he was involved in many of the dangerous attacks that Fairport was just displaying, as they were able to now push across 2. Victor's going to need to try to get a goal here in the last 4 minutes and 20 seconds, cut this lead to 1 going into the half. Bejas with the throw-in up to Aparo. Bakur, the sliding kick. Kubric will play it to Aparo. Tries to get it back to Kubric, but too far. Grudja over to Baez. Baez not able to win it. Tripp on the great hustle. Keeps it in. Du Bois to Baez. To Mathis. Great ball down the sideline to Du Bois. View is a little obstructed, but looks like Fairport wanted a foul. Go out of bounds for a corner. Mathis will been taking this one. Mathis has been taking the ones in the left corner and buys the corners in the right. Fairport 0 for 4 on corner kicks thus far. They'll try to make that 1 for 5. Take a commanding 3-0 lead on this one. Great ball from Mathis. Headed off the crossbar from Van Aert, looking for his second of the contest. And it'll go back out of bounds, but what an attempt by Van Aert. It just nicked off what looked like to be the corner where the post and crossbar meet. Buys will hustle over and play this corner. Another dangerous ball, and it's Leone able to get a first head on it. An attempt to clear from Kubrich, unsuccessful. And it's another one. Now they're 7th of the first half. And Fairport's starting to dominate. As early on it seemed like Victor was the aggressor, but Fairport certainly taking over the last 15 minutes or so. It'll be a throw-in this time for Fairport after 3 straight corners. Van Aert will take this one. Van Aert and Mathis, the 2 goal scorers for the Blue Devils, and Bajis. Dangerous header there as he played it towards his own goal. Not what Victor was looking for, and guess what? Another corner kick. Now the 8th of the half for Fairport. Still 0 for 7 now, still unsuccessful on all the corners, but they've created some good chances. None better than the ball a couple times ago as Du Bois controls the corner. Apero controls it full speed ahead, plays it up, but too far for Amani, and Parker is going to control that one easily as we approach the last minute of the first half. Ball over to Greja, able to get it out to Baez. Baez tries to go over Amadeo, tries to use his body, and a clear foul on Baez as he kicks it away, but Mathis, a nice sportsman-like play, stops it, gives it to the official, and Leone will step up to take this one. Might want a little more urgency as we approach the 30-second mark in a first half that the Blue Devils would like to have back. Certainly should not be trailing by 2, but that is where they find themselves. And a great ball. Looked like Colhane got a head on it, but ball's played up to Bajis. 15 seconds to go in the first half. And Victor will try for one last attempt.
9,
Apero over to Schellberg, but headed out by Greja, and Mathis with the sliding kick.
3,
And it looks like that'll do it here for the first half. Fairport able to scratch a couple across, take a 2-0 lead, but you have to think if you're Victor, especially the shot Trevor Jacobs had, you'd like to have that one back. But not all bad in the first half from the Blue Devils, but maybe it was fatigue from the double overtime game they had the other night, but a little sluggish after the first 10 or 15 minutes is Nelson pretty unscathed. And we'll take a break for half. We'll join you back as the second half gets underway.
Baby's Homemade Ice Cream, Molly's Barbershop, Shelley's Village Cafe, Cobblestone Center Art, Waste Harmonics, and our platinum sponsor, Limitless Physical Therapy.
And we'll welcome you back in here for the start of the second half. As both teams take the field. Quick recap of the first half. It was Fairport, or it was Victor early on with the advantage. Trevor Jacobs fired a shot off the crossbar, came down right in front of the goal line, and from that point on, it sort of woke Fairport up as they were then able to scratch two across. A lot of corner kicks as well, although they did not score off any of those. But Blue Devils looking to break this game back open and or at least try to get a tie out of this. Salvage something. Try to prevent a 1-4 record overall, 1-3 in the league. And we're live. Ricky out to Trip over there. And it's the boy. No. My fault. That was Alan Derrick with his first appearance. Or checked in briefly at the end of the first half. Tripp gonna play a ball along for Shelberg. He's got a one-on-one with Ippolito. And ball goes to Tripp. It's Greja back there, but an early corner kick for the Blue Devils here. And McPhee will take this one. He had the assist on the corner the other day to Strassner, as I mentioned before. Oh, and ball for McVie, but right there, no one able to get on it. Looked like it could have been a hand from Maxim Miller making his first appearance. And Victor, certainly the aggressor early on, as they should be, down in a 2-0 hole. But Nelson will retrieve it for a goal kick. A lot of starters on the bench for Fairport to start the second half. Not sure if they feel comfortable with a 2-0 lead and decide they want to give some other guys some run here. Mathis, a clean tackle and a nice one it was. Miller able to get it to Burton. Burton still starting. He'll play one to Van Aert. Goes for his second goal of the game, but a great save from him. But right back. Oh, and another great diving save from the shot from Buys. Him and a couple beauties. Keeps the Red Raiders from taking a 3-0 lead. Not sure how he pulled that out. And Hammond really helped Victor dodge a bullet there. That would have put this game on edge. Not over, but close to it. No one there on the ball from Mathis, and Hammond will have his first goal kick of the second half. Kubrich outside to McVie. McVie up the sideline. Great ball to Shelberg, who makes a run. Victor will press up. Shelberg playing with it back to Jacobs to McVie. Over to Collin. Great passing here from the Blue Devils. Back to Leone. Pressured by Van Aert. Little too strong for McVie, and the ball trickles out. Ball goes to Durek. Great pass to Burton in the middle. Over to Buys, the lefty. Although in soccer it is nice to be evenly footed. Ball up, but nobody home, and Strassner, lots of time. Victor thought they saw a hand, and they were right. Leone will take it, just shy of midfield. But everyone else for Victor on the other half of midfield, and for Fairport as well. Ball played from Leone. Miller not able to get there. Schellberg does. Outside the 18, tries to split two. Ball will go out. Right in the corner, though, for a throw-in.
Reed, you gotta cut off his passing angle. Reed, have an angle on him to prevent the pass in.
And Liam will take this throw. Jacobs. Oh, took a shot to the face, but no call there. Amani will play around with it. And kicked out of bounds by Fairport. Looks like we'll have another throw, I believe.
When it comes out, you gotta get to it. Reed in front of him, cut off the pass. We don't want to get to his feet, Reed in front of him. Dewey's got your back.
Throw in, up for contest. And I think it was, sorry for the pause, but view is a little obstructed by the Fairport bench. It will be Liam with the throw-in down in the corner. He is the main throw-in guy up the sideline for the Blue Devils. Ball played in, soaked by Burton, booted up right near me. And Coach Fitch with a nice catch, right to Liam. And great pass there from Pakur to Derek. Over Ricky's head. And Buys looks like he's going to beat him there. Although the speedy Ricky able to win it from Buys. As Buys hits the deck and he'll angrily jog at Michael, but it looked like that was just a great play from Ricky all around. Meany plays it back to Dewey, and the Victor student section trying to get their team going a little bit is still a goose egg on the scoreboard.
Liam, you gotta get higher, Liam. Keep going, Liam. Liam, keep going. Keep filling that space.
Throw-in taken by Colhane this time. Powerful throw, but it was Ippolito with the head on it. Strassner wins it. Right to Mathis, though. Oh, and Van Aert just runs right by Liam, but a little too much backspin on that ball, it looks like. And Liam will take, surprisingly, another throw. Kubic, the nice move, and Jacobs and Kubic not on the same page. Pakur will take the throw. Throws it to Mathis, intercepted by McVie, but right to Burton. Ricky's there, though. And Buys. Back to Greja. Student section's going at it a little bit now. And Cam Bach will sub in. First time tonight for number 26. These jerseys the Blue Devils are wearing, similar to the Steelers' old Bumblebee uniforms, and they've been drawing the nickname Bumblebee. New jerseys, the first time they've been in action this year. Or first time, as in this season, first season they're wearing them. Had them on the other night as well. Burton sees the field, but trip, not able to get it Burton maintains possession. Buys up the middle, too far for Miller. McVie plays it out. Jacobs able to get there. Plays it to Kubrich. You cannot corral it. And it's back to Miller right outside the 18. Plays it out. Nobody marked on Stephanie. Not a great first touch. Oh, and Ricky shoves him over, and he's going to be frustrated about that call. We mentioned Ricky likes to be aggressive that time. A little too much. Buys will take the free kick. Looks right outside the box, maybe a little closer to the sideline. Buys, low kick, right at Strassner. Right back to Buys, though. We'll see if he has a shot, and he does. Oh, and another diving save from him, and his best of the night as he just gets a piece of it, deflects it out of bounds, and it'll be a corner. First of the second half, though, for the Red Raiders. Oh, booted from McVie off of Meany, but he's able to track it down. And Fairport throw for Pakur. Right along the Victor bench. And foul on McVie this time as Miller stares down the Victor student section. Fairport student section will chime in once again. Oh, Buys kicks Mathis off of it. No, he doesn't.
No. Yeah.
Buys just jogged over. Looked like he wanted to take it, but Mathis had other ideas. Mathis, great ball in the box. Ball can't be settled. Buys with a shot, but he was off first.
Hey, turn and face. We got a contest out of the air here.
Buys just a little too greedy. Cherry picking there, and he gets called for it. Hammond plays it well over midfield, and Burton wins it. Mathis back to Greja. Greja right to Ricky, though, and sort of a miss kick. Looked like it was a miss kick from Ricky. And Victor trying to get their subs in, not going to be able to do it this time around. And it'll go out for a corner. Now Fairport's second and a half, first on that side. As we're now under 30 minutes to play. Fairport's still clinging to that 2-0 lead. Looks like Fairport might add to it here, though, as they've had some dangerous chances in the past couple minutes. Ball's through. Buys just over the goal. Nice header from Buys, but little too much on it, and angle a little too high.
Number 2, Andrew Rodriguez. Number 11, Bundy Piccoli. And number 26, Cameron Bach.
So it's three starters coming off as Jacobs, Kubrich, and Colhane are off, and Andrew Rodriguez will check in for the first time tonight. And there's Hammond. Boots it. Amini. Call on. Might have been a high foot by Bach. Or I think it was Amini, actually. Excuse me. Not quite sure, though. Looks like Greta will take this one. Just over midfield. Mitchell tried to block it. Hammond comes out and gets it. What a play by the goalkeepers. Piccoli gets a touch on it, but played right back in from Derek. And Ricky, airborne, not able to get it. Mathis with the shot. Thought it went in for a second, but it looks like it's off the side of the net. Mathis almost had his second of the game, but a little too far left, and Hammond will set it down for a goal kick. Hammond with the boot. Bach with the nice positioning. Able to win it for his teammate Piccoli. And Picker gets the applause from his teammates and coaches. Miller boots it back to McVie. Ball sky high. Rodriguez and Miller fighting for it. Elijah able to split two. Unsuccessfully, though, as Amini or Stephanie controlled it. Bies will play it back with Shelberg contesting. Blendy now in the middle, striding forward, and a little too big of a touch there. Intercepted by Ippolito. Michael boots it over. Crowd really getting into it now as we're at halftime of the football game. Many fans have come over to check out the men's soccer game. And Aparo, ready to check in along with Khalid and Du Bois. Looks like we're going to have a foul against Victor. It'll be on Amini. He's no stranger to those calls, though. He leads the team in cards by 2, him having 3. Nobody else with multiple yet this year. Those 2 yellow cards did cause him to miss a game, and it looks like Greta just whiffs on it, but so does Andrew Rodriguez, but Bach able to win it. Piccoli looks like he brings down Durek from the back. And I think one of these might be a card. Coaching staff encouraging Greta after he did not have his best kick on the last one. Fairport back to dominating. Just like in the first half, Victor not able to keep the pressure up. Buys was there along the baseline but could not corral it. And we'll have subs. Look, no, we will not. We'll do a goal kick from Hammond first. As everyone will retreat, waiting on Hammond's kick, which is headed by Durek, I think. Ball is through. No, it's not. Intercepted by Strassner. Strassner, one of the 3 Victor goals the other night. Ricky with Stephanie pressuring. Stephanie able to win it, but it's the help from Strassner, and Stephanie goes down. Looked like might have been in the box, but no call. Ball's up to Shelberg. Nice play from Ippolito, though. Stops any Victor attack. Andrew Rodriguez had it for a second. Ball's played to Michael Ricky. Shelberg and Greta going at it, but it'll be out for a Fairport throw. We'll finally get subs here as
Fairport, number 9,
Lucas Heelman will check in for the first time tonight, and Aparo will go back in.
Checking in for Victor.
Tripp and Shelberg will make their way out.
15, Andrew Aparo.
Subs make their way off the field and throw in Fairport. Throw goes to right around midfield. Ball's out of bounds. Buys will do it again. Ricky lunges and misses. Strassner down in the corner. And looks like we had a handball there. Ricky getting some attention from the section. Leone will kick this one. Try to get it well over the other side of midfield. And he boots it. Clump of players there. Ippolito gets the first known touch on it. By me at least. And Blendy, Piccoli intercepts the pass, but did not control it for very long. Ricky just went up there and booted it, but looks like it was already out of bounds. Fans are loving Ricky right now along that sideline. Colin Kubrich heads to the scorers table along with Lorenzo Amadeo and Sammy Tripp. Pressure on him. Strassner facing some pressure, but the ball goes out for a goal kick, and Victor will get their subs in right now as we approach 20 minutes to go in the half. We're halfway through, more than halfway through the second half now, and score remains 2-0. No real great chances as Nelson's been pretty lonely back there this half. It's been more domination by Fairport, which is what we saw outside of pretty much the first 10 minutes. It's been all Red Raiders since. Victor will try to flip the script these last 19 and a half minutes or so. And ball goes out. Monty flips it to Buys. He'll throw it ahead. Right to Durick. Buys. Over to Van Aert. Great ball to Monty, but not able to corral it. And here comes Colin Colhane, ready to check back in. And they'll give it to him right away.
Coming back in.
He'll call off Piccoli.
Number 8, Colin Colhane.
Piccoli getting a lot of action this game. Right in the middle. Still no real great scoring opportunities for Victor this half. And Hillman getting involved. And oh, Tripp just absolutely crushes Greta. But still no card. Ref doesn't seem to be fazed by Teasdale's pleading of the calls. Not sure that one deserved a card though. Nice kick there, but it's all Strassner. Although after he chested it, Derek able to get it. Plays it out wide to Monty along the left side. He'll cut it back in. Intercepted by Ricky though. Ricky pressuring, puts it up to Hillman. But Ippolito plays it back to Nelson, and Nelson looks like he's going to play it out wide here. And he does to Peric. Sorry, excuse me. Schellberg in for Sammy.
For Victor, number
Tripp.
9, Mitchell Schellberg.
The temperature is starting to drop as we approach 8:30 on this Thursday night. First of two between the Blue Devils and the Red Raiders. This one taking place right at Victor's campus on the nice grass soccer field. One of the few schools that still plays on grass. Many utilize the football turf, but a view that we are lucky to have, and I'm sure the Blue Devils players are excited, especially the seniors, to play on this field for one last year, at least in a competitive stage. And throw goes out. White throw for Peric, and never mind.
Don't drop the ball. Listen to the referee.
They flipped it as McVie up to Ippolito. Doesn't see Schellberg, I don't think. Schellberg to Hillman, intercepted by Ippolito. Strassner to McVie, not able to connect with Heumann. Boots it out of bounds. Came for the equipment, but not able to take us down here as we avoided it. And kicking they are indeed, as there's been little possession in the last couple minutes, but a ball to Derek right in the middle. He'll try to curl one in, and it's just wide left. Hammond did not attempt for it, as I think he realized rather not give Fairport a corner if he tipped that one out, so he'll let it go. It's Thursday night lights today instead of Friday night lights, what it usually is. And Khalid running over, but Kubrich able to corral it. Heumann calling for it down the sideline, but Kubrich slips. He'll slap his hand on the grass as Fairport flips the script. Burton plays a long ball for Monty. Can he track it down? Yes, he can. Plays it over to Van Aert in the middle. Kern made a run, gave him some support, did not get the ball. Greta, now it's a pair out, plays it up for Schellberg. Schellberg will try to beat Ippolito, not able to do so there. The speed of these Fairport defenders causing havoc for Victor, as they've really just not able to get anything going. The header from Liam. Ball goes out. Perrick will take it. Good communication from Mathis. Off McVie. Tripp will check back in. Up to Van Aert. He seems frustrated with the lack of call. The ref's letting him play a little bit this second half. And Mathis plays around with it. You can hear Coach Teasdale say he doesn't like the way the Red Raiders are playing. But they're still up by 2. Scoreboard shows Burton to the ball, kicked around, little pinball. Pirro clears it. Schellberg comes back in the defensive third. Haven't seen him there a lot. He's been the one making runs all night long. Strassner playing around with it a little too much. Ball's in for Khalid, and it's a goal for Fairport. What a pet. No, it's not. It's offside. Fairport unhappy with the call, but looks like it might have been the right decision there, but still. The ball was played in quickly from him, and what a chance it was there from Fairport, though. Wow, I thought they had the hat trick lead, but the ref had other opinions. It was a 50-50 call, but the ref's usually right. And if he's not, the ball is probably not going to get reversed in high school soccer. With the lack of VAR, we're seeing being used all over professional sports, as well as in soccer. Great ball from Andrew Leone, but nobody from Victor with a real chance there. And we're under 15 minutes to go now. Victor subbing in Sammy Tripp and Amini, trying to get one last attempt, maybe a little spark of energy, scratch a couple goals across, but they really have been limited on offense. Still no shots on goal this half. And Hillman and Ricky will come off.
Coming in for Victor, number 4, Sam Tripp, and number 10, Elijah Armini.
Good runs from Ricky, but nothing came of it. Nice work, though, along the right sideline. Amini back to Amadeo, to Strassner. Plays it to Kubrich. Pressured back to Strassner. Nice passing here from the Blue Devils. Great pass, but Strassner not able to gain control of it. Khalid, Mathis sort of in the same spot. Khalid will try to play one in. An attempt from Van Aert there, but Hammond beat him to it, it looked like. And Ricky on the 1v1, plays it up to Schellberg. We'll see what Tripp does here. Plays it to the middle with Strassner breaking on it. But Greta able to win it, and it's right back into the hands of Fairport. Whenever you think Victor's got something going, it's been Greta or it's been Pakur. Mathis has been involved. We've seen a plethora of guys just constantly ruining Victor's hopes of really a shot on goal. It's been this half. Mathis will make a move. Split two. Colin Colhane stands his ground. Not happy with teammate Liam McVie, though. And looks like we'll have a call against the Blue Devils. And then booted way out of bounds, as somebody will have to go get that one. Luckily we have another couple of balls, and that one's also booted. But we still have one on the field that we're able to play with. Less than 10 minutes to go now in the contest. Domination from Fairport all around. Ball from Mathis on the ground. Hammond with the save. Hammond approaching double-digit saves now with 9. Great back to Ippolito. Mitch a foot on it, but nothing more. The speed of these Fairport defenders has really been noticeable, as Victor has not been able to get behind them at all today. Khalid boots one off Liam. Khalid's going to get to it before it goes out. Tries to go over Liam's head, and he'll just grab him. It's not going to work. McVie plays it long to Tripp. Over Perrick's head. It'll be a corner for the Blue Devils. They're pressing up. Subs come in first, though. Elijah will take the corner. McVie usually takes him in the right corner. So it'll be Elijah from the left side this time. You saw the other night Elijah tried to take one from the right corner. Liam called him off, and it ended up working out as he had the assist to Strassner. Kubrich coming off, looking pretty tired. Ball's played out from Ippolito, and it'll be Van Aert the first to it. He's up to White. White unable to get a foot on it immediately, but he runs it down. Plays it for Derek. Colhane. Nice job getting to that ball. Plays it out for a corner. But not really what Victor's looking for. Down 2 with less than 8 minutes to go. They're going to need to apply a lot more pressure, and right now it's been Fairport dominating both halves now. And Ricky will check back in, but first we'll do the corner. Mathis, another low one, and a little bit of a whiff job from Amadeo. And Baez will take this one now, as Mathis has been relieved of his duties. Crowd's starting to empty out as people are checking out the football game, but see if Victor has one last run in him. Mitchell Schellberg, we've heard his name a lot today, but no great opportunities as Fairport defenders have neutralized the strikers for the Blue Devils. And Miller will check back in along with Ricky, but first, Derek breaking ankles in the box. Cleared by Amadeo, though. Won by Greta, out of bounds. And we'll sub Dewey Leone
Fairport,
off for the first
number
time
20,
today.
Tim Donor, and number 13 for Victor, Michael Ricky.
Excuse me, that'll be Donor for the Red Raiders, and Khalid will jog his way off. Looks like it'll be the end of the night for Leone. Another great job there at center back, leading this Blue Devils squad. Michael in on the action early. Off Greta for a throw-in. They really need to press up as we're under 6 to go, still down in that 2-0 deficit. You can start to see the smoke coming out of players and fans' mouth as it's getting about 50 degrees now. Ball's back. Ricky with Van Aert approaching. He'll play it back to him, and Van Aert seems to be pretty tired. Ball's played over to Amadeo. Up to Aparo. Out of bounds. Throw in. Mini will take it, but looks like there might have been another ball in the way, and clock will be stopped with 5:13 to go, as looked like we had a little debate over which ball we were using. Stephanie will check back in. And Ricky down on the other side. He'll get up. Look like foul there against him. But we're under 5 to go now. And Ricky's going to press all the way up now as Hammond will take it on the other side of midfield with nobody on defense. But ball is played out by Fairport and up to Mathis. Amini and Amadeo pressuring him. Mathis, though, unable to get it done. Looked like the ball was stuck to his feet and then booted it forward right to Mathis. A real opportunity there for the Red Raiders to put this one away. But that job already might be done, especially with the way Fairport's been able to prevent any Victor threat from crossing the goal line. And Tripp steps to it. We'll have subs first before we know whose throw it'll be. And looks like it was offsides, actually. So subs cannot be made. We'll wait on the subs.
Timmy, show.
And then Perrick plays it up.
No foul! Hey!
Elijah almost fouled, but to Dewey's satisfaction did not. Tyler Burton able to get it up over Liam, and now we can sub. We'll see if the sub makes any difference. Stephanie and Hargies comes in with Leone back on the field. Thought it was going to be the end of his night, but he'll check in with just over 3 to go as the clock stops with 3:22. And high school soccer clock stops. The last 5 minutes subs, the clock stops. One of the rules unique to high school soccer. Mathis comes off the field frustrated as he had a one-on-one with the goalie and dribbled it right at him. A little too far out of his reach, but that play does not look like it's going to come back to haunt them. With 2:50 to go, Victor not yet on the scoreboard. Strasser in the middle. Ball won by Burton. Stephanie over to Derek. McVie trying to get out there.
Evan! Slow down! Relax!
And Fairport will try to burn some clock here as they're in no rush. Up by 2. Perrick up to, a nice play there from Miller. And Ricky drills him, but no call. And Dewey now up. Header to Shellberg. Shellberg trying to beat Ippolito. Victor throw. Everyone pressing up now. Even McVie and Ricky from the back trying to get up. Leone not able to make much of that, and ball's cleared by Buys. Ricky there. Boots it right back in. Burton. Buys beats Leone to it. Booted by Greta. Up to Amini. Durick wins it. And White's now attacking. He'll play it to Stephanie. Nobody marked on Perick on the opposite side as Stephanie sends it over in the middle. Tried for Hargis, but Hargis had it. Tried to get it to someone else, but Victor was there and controlled by Ricky, but Victor looks like they're going to be out of hope as Fairport student section will give one last chance, and we're under a minute to play now. Victor's really going to need some magic here just to preserve a tie in overtime, and that's not going to be legal. Looks like he'll get a yellow. Piccoli on the slide. Not a very smart play there. Under a minute to go, down 2. And the clock will stop with 47 seconds due to the card. Piccoli's first card of the year. But really unnecessary. Glad to see that Ippolito is okay. Appears to be. Bakar will take the free kick. Whistle is blown. We're back live. Ball over to Greta. Schauberg sprinting over there. Can't get there. Ball up to White. White, the tallest of players on this Fairport squad. But ball's played up to Stephanie into the middle. Durich is there. Ball won by Strassner. 20 seconds to go. And really does not matter what happens. Maybe for goal differential purposes. Fairport with a chance over to Stephanie, and Stephanie finds the back of the net. And they'll go up 3-0. Stephanie with the goal. What a play. The sophomore Timmy passed it over to Stephanie, found the back of the net. And a huge play for Fairport as they'll tack their third on, and number 20. Number 20. And looks like we'll put it back in, but an exclamation point to an amazing performance from the Red Raiders. They'll move to 4-1-1, and Victor will fall to 1-4, dropping the first of 2. As that'll do it for tonight's matchup, and we'll just close it out here. Fairport really domination for almost all 80 minutes. Victor maybe a little hangover from the double overtime win the other night, but they'll go back at it Saturday against Webster Schrader. As it was a pleasure, and look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you. Make sure to check out the YouTube, CR Sports. Follow us on Instagram, and see you next time.